when you know it's a good night. It's time for Ryan Watches the Bachelorette on a Bike, Eric Fickenbinder edition. Woo! Sorry guys, getting on the bike. So, they're sailing to Amsterdam, and yeah, hometowns are coming up soon. They're sailing to Amsterdam, and that's all I know so far. So they're talking about how hometowns are, I guess, next week. So they're in Amsterdam this week. Hometowns are next week. And I'm thinking, my goodness, holy jet lag, Batman. Y'all are going from Amsterdam. I don't know how geography works, but Amsterdam all the way to, I don't know, where are they? The West Coast, I think is where both of them are from or something. That's a trip. And here we have one of 4 times that we've seen Jesse Palmer on the show. One of them being when he was giving advice to Rachel, and then the others are the rose ceremonies. They really said, when we got rid of Chris Harrison, we're just going to put the host on, like, 5 minutes out of the entirety of the series. This is, like, the most authentic conversation that they've had, but also, like, the most monotone thing in the world.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a hard week, with making decisions and having...
I commend Gabby's maturity in the situation of, like, she's got a very strong connection to Nate. And I do like them together. But at the same time, she's obviously taking into account the fact that, okay, if hometowns are next week, that means that she would technically be meeting his daughter. And so she's trying to evaluate all of that. So I imagine that's going to play a pretty significant role in the drama that was teased for tonight's episode. Speaking of Nate, one-on-one date with Nate begins now! Also, look, I know I make fun of his accessories and his choice of earrings being like paper clips, but I am a huge fan of Nate's style. I dig the flannel vibes. Wait, oh yeah, I forgot they're all living in a docked cruise ship. All of the conversation has been about Nate's child. And also, anytime Logan talks, I just get mad at this point. So we have yet to get to the actual one-on-one date, but we're hearing from Gabby that she can't be a mom, and she has a lot of healing to do herself before going through that, or pursuing that. So this just kind of sounds less like a one-on-one date, and...
I'm sorry.
And...
I cried to see you like this.
More like a very difficult scene, my goodness. So she's having the conversation with Nate about how she is terrified of the idea of being a mom. She doesn't want to lose him. And Nate is handling this in a, like, textbook masterclass in just how to be a great dude. And it sucks because of all the stuff that you hear in the tabloids about him, but what a great guy. This sucks! This was Endgame. This is what I predicted would be the end. Also, where are they sitting? They just found a random bench in the middle of Amsterdam. Straight up looks like downtown Frederick. This is so sad! ABC, it's 8:28! You're breaking our hearts! She just let go of Nate. I don't know where Nate was going. Like, you never see, like, the... Oh, there he is. Okay, I was like, where's Nate? Why did they just drop him off on the side of the road? This is awful. Ah, there we go. I was like, I'm assuming Nate gets adequate transportation back to, like, an airport or something, but they made him walk, like, 10 blocks to get to it. This Uber is complicated in Amsterdam.
We'll go this way.
They are in a field
So pretty, we can pick the tulips here.
of tulips.
What's your favorite?
Wow. And give it up for Rachel. Oh, wait, they just changed the shot. There we go. Give it up for Rachel for packing her Polaroid camera for this tulip trip. Good time. All right, so they went from tulip trip to basket bike ride thing, and now they are going to some random, like, fruit stand with wine on the side. Look, I'm just gonna say, I looked down for like 10 seconds, and they were just like kissing up a storm in a hot tub in the middle of a tulip field. These producers are crazy. All right, it's nighttime. They are on a one-on-one date in an empty museum. I'm waiting for Ben Stiller and Robin Williams to just appear out of nowhere. This is giving me serious night at the museum energy. He said the I love you. He said the falling in love with you thing. And she, of course, didn't say it back because that would cause an explosion.
Getting to hear more of what
He gave him a tulip, and now he's getting a rose. All of the flowers. So there you go. Zach gets a rose, which means he moves on to hometowns, and we carry on with another zooming out dramatic shot inside of a building with stained glass windows. I feel like this happens at every single one-on-one date. Literally the last 3 weeks.
There's this woman, she's got this slick back hair, the tight leather outfit, and she's like, not mess around at all. I don't know if I'm aroused or if I'm...
insomnia can impact both my days and my nights. That's why
What did we all just collectively watch for the last 7 minutes?
sleep longer. And more sleep at night may mean feeling less tired during the day.
Qvivik works differently than medication you may have taken in the
Went to Europe and said we're gonna have the world's weirdest group dates.
overactive wake signals. Do not take Qvivik if you have narcolepsy. Don't drink alcohol while
Anyway, we've reached
Sorry to pop up unannounced.
that moment where Jesse Palmer knocks on Gabby's door that we saw in every teaser commercial.
Tested positive for COVID-19. He's doing fine. Real abundance of caution for yourself, for the rest of the guys. We have to cancel tonight's cocktail party.
We got a COVID outbreak on The Bachelorette.
Not here. There has been a situation with Logan.
Guys, Jesse, just.
No after party. He tells me he's okay. Logan's doing so. Yeah, Logan's doing okay. Okay. And how bad you needed this tonight? Hometowns.
I guess, is it a HIPAA violation to tell the guys that he got COVID, or are they just making this really, really dramatic? All right, to the couch we go, and
I'm here to find out if this is
Rachel's doing her group date in what looks like a market in the middle of Colonial Williamsburg.
I just like want her to always know, like with me, she's gonna always have effort. Fucking you too.
Okay, you can't tell in this shot because they're just macking. All right, there we go. Oh, okay, nope, never mind.
I want to show.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. On this group date, they are shirtless and lifting large quantities of cheese. And Ethan mentioned that he's lactose intolerant and that he's afraid he's not going to feel too well later on. But I don't understand that comment because they're just lifting the cheese. I don't think they're eating the cheese.
Really heavy with Ford.
Also, they're all half naked, and the rest of these people walking around are in like colonial outfits from like the 1600s. So Rachel has brought the guys back to the ship for a cheese competition after party to interview them essentially about their thoughts on hometowns. They've all basically had the same answer and reaction there, which is like, oh, yeah, I want you to meet my family. I would have allowed you to meet my family weeks ago. It's basically been like every single one of the dudes have had the same dialogue. Hey, Tyler gets the group date rose and he's going to hometowns. Thoughts, Crush?
You feel feel like you're just not compatible.
So I think Logan got pandemicked out of the show because he just already abruptly posted his "It's been real, I had a great time" post on Instagram, and there's still 10 minutes left of the show, so I guess he's gone. I guess they threw him off the ship. They were like, "You have COVID, bye." Also, all the guys are mad at Tino because he walked off angry at the end of the group date Rose situation. And he's upset because he still hasn't gotten the attention and opportunities from Rachel that he feels he deserves. But also, I know nothing about Tino. So maybe if he just, I don't know, tried harder, I really don't know. I don't know if, like, Tino's trying to be the villain this late in the game, but at this point in the show, usually the villains just don't really exist. Like, that's not a thing anymore this far into the program, but... All right. We're back to the set of American Ninja Warrior on this cruise ship. Thank you, Virgin Cruises, for making the rose ceremony set straight up look like a television game show.
I do only feel...
But here we go. So Gabby has revealed that she is only giving out 3 roses of those moving on to hometowns. No guys have gotten a rose from Gabby this entire night because of Nate going home and her not doing group dates because of Logan getting sick. Eric has gotten the first rose of the rose ceremony. Jason gets the second rose, and now one more. One more rose for Gabby's side.
Johnny.
Who? Johnny! Johnny got the final one. Rachel, of course, has 3 guys
Having to say goodbye to
left, and she has 2 roses to give. So, here we go.
This week, I didn't get.
It'll be interesting to see if Tino makes it forward
That hurt
because of just how much he has just been like throwing fits left and right. All right, so Avon gets the first of the 2 roses. Does anyone know anything about this dude? Anything at all? Any facts? Here we go. There he is. I was wondering where Jesse was going to show up, when he was going to be there.
When you're ready.
When you're ready. Here we go. I mean, I'm just going to assume Tino's going home, right? I just feel like that's the energy we're vibing with, right? Threw a freaking temper tantrum and ran off because he didn't like talk to him. Come on. Come on. All right, Rachel's got her 4 guys. Gabby has her 3.
I'm super excited. I think once I see my parents...
I guess Logan's done. That was just kind of random. I thought he was just quarantining, but I guess they got rid of him. And now we move on to hometowns. Well, there you go. Hometowns coming up next week. We'll see how much drama ensues as they all return home to their families to introduce their families to Rachel and or Gabby. Of course there will be drama.
I care about him so much, and I didn't hear that.
Of course there will be sadness, there will be tears. But hey, we'll do it all together next Monday night. Ryan watches Bachelorette on a bike. There's the bike. I'm on the couch now. Have a great night.